Chapter 52. The sun glimmers on the sea. Gulls duck and dive for fish the festival's whale-watching flotilla might have concussed. Fast food. The wind has a chill factor of enough to make me pull my scarf around the back of my head to protect my ears. April. In Drishog, a normal Sunday, and yet so not. I tried really hard to reach him, Angel, says Mum. To tell him all about you, offer him choices to make sure he knew you and you knew him. I can't say, I know I overheard, so I say nothing. Mum asked Chris to look after the hotel so we could spend time together and work it all out. Work everything out. Life, the meaning of the universe, and what happens next. It's not going great so far. Jeremy is farther down the beach. Father? Get it? It's such a loaded word. He was the farthest father I could have had, being dead. But now? Mum has told him to keep his distance until I indicate I'm ready. Looking at you, she says, every day, seeing him in you, and knowing he wanted nothing to do with you. Or me. Loving you so much, it broke my heart. Most people try to skim stones on the surface. Chris can make them go further than anyone I know. But Jeremy? He's bombarding the sea with missiles as if he's punishing the waves. After a year I stopped trying to contact him, she says. She's watching him too, and watching me, watching him. He clearly wasn't good enough for you. If I was to be on my own, then it had to be enough for both of us. Jeremy throws, just like I do. Every so often he looks across, as if he's nervous, wondering what my verdict will be. Did he even see me when I was born? Mum shakes her head, slowly. We walk on. Do you think he's changed? We all have, I guess, says Mum. I mean, you're not a poopy baby anymore. I can't take my eyes off him. I'm half this man, and that is really weird. I probably didn't get enough sleep last night. It seems forever since I did. Look, I know this is so much for you to take in, says Mum, and I'm really sorry, Angel, for all of it. What can I say? The girls are steering clear of Jeremy in case he throws his missiles upwards instead of down. He has offered to take next week off work if you want him to stay. Kitty says he can stay on in his room in the pub, so we would have some space. Would you like him to stay on for a while? Now that he's here, give you a chance to talk, or you can take some time to think about it all first and we can contact him later when you're ready. I shrug. But I'm excited too, even though I know I shouldn't be. He isn't someone I should make a fuss about meeting, but he's there, for real. My real dad. Not dead, not whale bait, not a famous film director. Okay, I say casual as I can and gaze out to sea. It's okay if he wants to stay for a bit. Mum decides it would be a good idea for me to pull out a few pictures from my childhood to show Jeremy. It might help us both to bridge the gap. But I think she's still trying to work it all out. I mean, she last saw this guy that she loved when she was pregnant with me. How can she still have feelings for him after what he did? I daren't ask, not yet anyway. She'll only say, wait till you've experienced it and then you can judge. But I can judge. He was my dad and she was my mum. He should have been there for her. Not that one, I say. I look like a pickle. Nonsense, she says. You're a beautiful baby. She takes it from me while I root around for a better one. How many teens get the opportunity to reinvent their childhood as idyllic and golden with only the attractive pics left in? Suddenly I'm not sure I want to give him any of our past. He only gets to look, right? He's not taking the photos with him. Of course not, she says. I don't want him just getting my past when he wasn't there. I know. A sad and fat pickle, I say, putting the photo back in the album right at the back. And not that one either. Ah, no, she says, we have to show him your tooth fairy dress. We don't have to show him anything. I know he's right there behind me and I want him to hear every word. It's not as if he's earned the right to play catch-up. It's not as if something kept him away that was urgent or life-threatening, like did he have to protect us from drug overlords, or stop a flood, or save the world? I know, maybe he lost his memory or got imprisoned by terrorists or guerrillas. My rage is spent. It's not as if he ever meant to find us. It's okay, Angel. Mum tries to hug me, but I don't want to be touched. No, it's not. He gets you pregnant and leaves without a word. Doesn't even send money or keep in touch to see if you're all right. Wait, when did he leave? Was it right at the end or in the middle? He brought me to the hospital, says Mum. Said he'd go park up. So he didn't even want to know if I lived, if I was a boy or a girl. That's when his shadow falls across the pictures and his voice says quietly, I was a coward. He kneels beside me and offers me a silver necklace with a rather sorrowful pendant of a teddy bear. This is awkward. I don't want a stupid necklace. Angelica, says Mum. No, she's right, he says. You want answers, not gifts, right? I shrug. He has a bald patch, as if someone stuck a star-shaped chewing gum on his head and pulled it off quickly. I convinced myself you couldn't be mine. He picks up a photo, staring at it. Then another. That I was too young to be saddled with a child. He can't look me in the eye. I knew that if I never saw you, I couldn't fall in love with you. You'd always be just a child. He takes my hands and studies them. It was the biggest mistake I ever made. They're hands is all, just ordinary hands. Look, he says I can't buy you first, Teddy, or see you throw your first tantrum. He looks so completely lost that for a moment, a single moment, I feel sorry for him. He has missed out on the entire life of his child, me. I pick up the necklace. I'd have loved it. Maybe, when I was 6. I threw good tantrums, I say. I didn't plan this, he says, but I know how incredibly lucky I've been to find you. Would I have had the courage to seek you out? No, I wouldn't. So I realise I don't deserve to get you to know you now. But I'm here, if that's what you want. He looks past me then at Mum. What you and your mother want. I have no right to be here, I know that. Then he looks me right in the eyes for the longest moment. Which is when I find myself in his arms, the arms of my dead dad. They feel surprisingly warm. Strange, I wasn't planning that. Why don't you both take a long walk along the beach, says Mum. To be continued.